Thank you, Mr. Chairperson, Luca De Fraia, ActionAid. In the interest of time, I will focus on select items related to international development cooperation on behalf of the CSO FFD mechanism. More detailed language and suggestions are available from our collective submission. Let me start with some observations before providing detailed points. And in fact, I would like to highlight the strong messages emerging from various countries this afternoon and this morning, including, but not only, from South Africa, Pakistan, and others, including Morocco. Specifically, I have 5 points from today's conversations that I would like to further highlight. Specifically, the need to clearly delineate and differentiate quantitative targets when it comes to climate challenges and long-term development goals. And then, consequently, we heard and we welcome the recurring reference to the additionality of the resources that are needed to address these different challenges, climate and long-term development. Third point is about preserving the concessional nature of official assistance, and this is specifically relevant in light of recent decisions by the donor community under the so-called modernization process. Also, we heard the relevant message about rebalancing the relationship, the ratio between loans and grants, bearing in mind the issue of the debt crisis. And the other point that has clearly emerged is the need for a process that can actually look into how the ODA reporting directives are endorsed, and there is the need to truly inclusive process. And this relates to the standing call from the CSO community for a UN Convention on International Cooperation. And the other point I would like to report back is really about the need for strong alignment with country priorities. More specifically, and very briefly in the interest of time, in paragraph 40 we suggest including language which refers to strong focus on results and entirety of the effectiveness principles. Obviously, we welcome this reference to country ownership to be elevated, but equally important are transparency, mutual accountability, and inclusivity. In this regard, we would like to see still in 48 stronger language on reasserting the role of country leadership in their development cooperation, and that this ownership must be based on democratic ownership. Let me note that from a CSO perspective, it is urgent to acknowledge the fact that CSO space is shrinking across the globe and invite you to take action in that regard, which is, I would say also, let me note very briefly, relevant at this point in time when we see the ODA system being shaken by unilateral decision of important donors. Lastly, when it comes to 41C, I would like to note the importance of monitoring in various ways, and we invite the international community to make use of all the monitoring frameworks, as it is important to make decisions through proper evidence. And my last point, considering time is about to finish, is again about revisiting significantly the architecture of international development cooperation with a greater role given to the UN for greater transparency and accountability. Thank you so much.